In class this morning, we were talking about the love of God and what love really means. Then one of the songs that Larry got up sang, I went to the 23rd Psalm. I kind of changed up what I was going to talk about this morning, but I was thinking the life that we live and the struggles it seems that we have, even though some of us seem to have it here in the United States of America, we seem to have it pretty good no matter what our struggles are. But David, when he wrote the 23rd Psalm, was going through a pretty tough time in his life. We think of King David, but he had a pretty rough life, even though he was king. And the promises that God had made to him, and how Jesus ties into this. I mean, this is 14 generations before Jesus came, and yet here we are with the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You know, that no matter what's going on, I'm going to be okay. You know, He's going to make me lie down in green pastures. He's going to lead me beside the still waters. He restores our soul. And we're going through daily lives thinking about how rough we've got it, and yet for some reason that love of God seems to fade away. You know, and we start thinking about all the fearful things. The last two-thirds of this talks about walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And we'll fear no evil because He's with us. You know, and His rod and His staff, they comfort us. We have, when we're going through these rough times in our lives, we have the people in our lives to help us out. We have the church. We have this to remind us of what promise that God has made for us. You know, and the last part of that where He talks about, you know, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You know, you anoint my head with oil. When I'm down and out, you heal me. Our cup runs over. We're going to have more than we're ever going to need. And the greatest part is that we'll dwell in this house forever. And then Jesus, in the book of John, was talking about that same thing, you know. I'm going away. He's trying to prepare His disciples. You know, I've been with you, but I'm going away. But it's going to be okay. I'm going to my Father's house to prepare a place for you. And I'm going to come back for you. And if it were not so, I would not tell you that. So that's what this represents today, is what Jesus is doing, has done, and will do for us. Would you go to our Father in prayer, please?